Florence, Colorado is an old mining community that prides itself on selling antiques.
A vibrant, fun place to live, and it truly is.
But just outside of town lies a prison some have called a clean version of hell. This is ADX, or Supermax, where those deemed the most dangerous prisoners in the U.S., the so-called worst of the worst, are kept.
The level of isolation there is dramatic. I don't know, it's just an incredibly grim place.
Attorney Laura Rovner has represented inmates at ADX, which is home to some 400 prisoners, including notorious criminals like the World Trade Center bomber, the shoe bomber, the Unabomber, the Olympic Park bomber, the Boston Marathon bomber, and this longtime Soviet spy.
Hey, Chapo was there.
And now drug kingpin El Chapo, who escaped twice from Mexican prisons, but is unlikely to repeat that feat here at this ultra-secure facility. We got a glimpse of the place shortly after it opened in 1994. The concrete cells are sparse and small. Most inmates are alone for 23 hours a day.
I wish that a lot of young people who might be thinking about crime could stand in an institution like this and understand what it's like to hear a jail cell clang behind them and know that they will be here for a very long time.
The horror of it really lurks beneath the surface.
Rovner runs the University of Denver Civil Rights Clinic, which has fought conditions at ADX over the years with limited success. She terms the isolation of prisoners extreme.
Everything that we know now is that solitary confinement is incredibly destructive to the human spirit. People need human contact, people need environmental stimulation. You need things to do to occupy your brain.
The studies that have been done show that there's tremendous irreparable damage to these people psychologically.
Criminal justice expert Mark Pogrebin and others say ADX was built with control and punishment in mind, not rehabilitation, even though many inmates there are eventually released. The facility is as difficult to get in as it is for prisoners to get out. Securing interviews with inmates is very difficult. Getting video inside or getting the warden to talk, darn near impossible.
There aren't a lot of victories there for civil liberties.
Journalist Alan Prendergast, who's covered the prison extensively, says the facility has become much less transparent in recent years. People on the outside, he adds, don't lose much sleep over the conditions there.
They're either these high-profile and unsympathetic inmates, or they're people we've never heard of, and we probably could care less about.
I say, if you're doing the right thing, open it up. Let the press in. Let the public see. We're paying for these damn places. They don't do it. And I know why. They don't want people to see the results.
A court settlement several years ago resulted in major changes in the way mentally ill prisoners at ADX are treated. Rovner says that was a start, but that problems remain.
I think for me, the question is, what do we owe each other as fellow human beings?
Here in this beautiful setting that most prisoners will never see, life is hard. It's El Chapo's new address, likely for many years to come. Hendrik Sabrandi, CGTN, Florence, Colorado.